I'm so excited. I'm so excited to show you my garden planner that I've been working on for a couple of weeks now. It's so exciting. I'm going to put a very short clip over here, I think somewhere here, of my little vegetable garden that I've started recently. I've just picked up gardening again in the last, 3-4 months, and it's been amazing. So I needed a planner to write all the stuff. This is what was happening. Let me see if I can. I was, as you do, I was creating notes, and I really needed one place to put it all in. So this is why this is my garden planner. It'll be up on my website. It's obviously my Etsy shop. Just a note, everything's always cheaper on my website because the fees on Etsy are quite high. But let's get into it. So this is the layout of the planner. These are all the index pages and the sub-index pages, and you can see the tabs. I've been creating this new style of all my planners, which over the year I will update them all. And so on GoodNotes, I'm using my iPad because this is the one I prefer to use for this. Lots of colour, lots of light, lots of everything. I do have, just so you can see, I thought I'd show you, this is the same planner in on the Remarkable Paper Pro. Love it. You gotta love it. So, you can click on my garden. I'm going to take you through all this in a minute. You can click on the plants menu, and of course then you can click on D and it will take you to the D index, and then you can click. It doesn't show you, unfortunately we've got that situation with the contrast. I like to turn it off on the Paper Pro because you can see much better. So like if I go back to my garden, you can see it much better. And I'll show you my garden on this one. That's the difference between the two of them. And then if I show you, this one's already on my garden, that's the black and white version, right, on the Remarkable. I haven't put it on my BOOX yet. My BOOX is a mini, and I use it more for portability when I'm out and about. And if I am going to go out and know that I'm going to be doing some work on my garden whilst I'm out, I would upload it and pop it on that. But for now, it's not on there. So, and I'm using it on my iPad on GoodNotes. So I haven't, I'm not entering all the data in here because I know I'm going to be using it on there. So I don't have it all filled out, but I wanted to just show you, and that it works. You go to a link. I love all the graphics. What is that? That's the projects page. I'm so pleased with the end result. I just love it. I worked really hard on it, and I'm so glad. Oh, I'll show you all that in a minute. Hang on. Let's get to it. So just so you can see that that's the Paper Pro. You can still see the color. See the color? And you can see the difference between the color there. But of course we know that it's a muted color scheme, which I love. I love that. And then this is the black and white version. That's a different page. What is it? My garden. Go there. That's the comparison for my garden. It is 611 pages. And believe it or not, I worked it out. There's over 20,000 links on here because of all the bits. But I'll show you all that as we go. All right. And I'm probably going to split this video into two, part 1 and 2. Just that way you can work out what you're interested in and all the things. All right, so let's go. I didn't make this look like a button, but this is a button. So garden goals, I use this a lot. I've what helps me with overwhelm is just putting in 3 things that I need to work on, and then I can come back, cross it out, and then perhaps delete it, of course. And so I've got a little herb garden corner going on over to the side. Growing potatoes. I'm on my 3rd round of seed potatoes, and I finally got some plants to come up. I was trying to refurb some old soil. That didn't work. Blah, blah, blah. I've had several tall pots, like tall pots, and I've been using the hugelkultur method and ripping out everything old and putting it all in new, and there was 8 of them, so it's been a lot of work over the last few months. Seed snails, I haven't done one yet. I want to do it. I've got my worm farm up and running. I've started my compost bin, and these are just notes for me because I've got to work on how I'm going to do that. I've got to research because I'm a research girl. So just to go back, that's the main index, and this index is this index, but with all the sub indexes. So when you go to my garden, right, you'll see there's garden goals, the main garden layout, and the climate. And so when you're back here, you can see garden goals, the main layout, and climate. So just put it like on our phones, you've got like 2 or 3 ways of doing one thing, accessing. It's the same here. You've got more than one way of getting around, and I'll show you the sub menus in just a tick. So I really love, so I could tap my garden or I can tap the tab, either way. And then in here, you can see they're clearly buttons, but also main garden layout. So this is actually my garden. And my garden, front of my house faces south. So that's, what colour are we on? We're on yellow, no, we're on black. So south is that way. So this is north. I live in the southern hemisphere, so the sun rises on the east, it goes across like that. And I have got this tiny little growing space. So this is just me. I use this page all the time. And so if I just go to calendar for a second and then see down here, this little icon, it will take me back here the whole time because this is my little veggie garden that I'm going to insert a little clip on. And I'm also growing down the side here. This channel here gets 2 hours of sun a day. So I'm trying to work out what I can use it for. So I've got the herb garden started. I'm doing some peas and beans, and anyway, let's do the planner. Let's do the planner. All right, so back to the My Garden tab. You can then, I haven't filled this out yet, but you can do the north facing garden layout, the south facing, the east facing. These tabs here all are links. So everything up here is links. And if I go back to my garden, the climate, also important what your climate is. I live in Perth, Western Australia. It's like an 8B, 9A, 9B, somewhere around there. Temperate climate. So look, it's beginning of July right now, and I haven't seen rain for a week. Like, and we're in the middle of, we're in the winter solstice. So, you know, I'm still working on this. So this is really helping me. I haven't gone through a full 12 months of growing yet. So I will fill this out a little bit more as I do that. So that's the My Garden tab. I'm going to come back to plants, and I'm going to go to calendar. So what I've done here is we've got all the 12 months and the to buy page. So it makes more sense to me to have to keep a list of what I need to get from Bunnings or any other nursery that I'm headed off to. And I do need to move those down because these are more for, what do we say? Spring. What color am I on? Black. This is more spring. But I obviously I've got to get them in before summer. Again, haven't grown any of these things before, learning as I go. Yeah, and I just making a note to remember what I can get myself now. This GoodNotes app shows up on my iPhone, so it's so cool. I can just nip in there and have a look at what I've already written. Obviously, you can't use a stylus on your iPhone, but you can type. So the T, there's more options along the top here. You just tap the T button, tap where you want it, and you start typing, right? I'll show you that. So on my phone, on my phone, I can type and add to my planner on my phone. Yeah, I'm going to hop off that. I'm going to go back there. Then I'm going to tap. I'm going to select that. And I'm actually going to delete it. Right, so I do need to get some comfrey so that I can make some fertilizer. yes, just anyway, notes. So back to calendar, there's all the months of the year and it is undated so that you can do your thing. The easy way to do this is to I wrote the days once because I'm a Monday start and a lot of my client base is a Sunday start. And so instead of doing two planners, I thought undated, you can actually reuse it. I'm just going to actually use another copy of this for next year. And it doesn't take long. It probably would take, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes to do the dates for each of the calendars. And then you just copy it and pop it in harvests, right? The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's not hard. So I've still got more to fill out what I did in May. I'd made some notes in my phone and some things I didn't. And so I've lost a little bit of data because, again, I was making notes here and there and that's a mess and we all know what that's like, which is why I needed to create a planner. So June, July, I've got all these dates written up. The numbers, I'm just going to paste them in. So what was I going to show you? Please hold. Okay, so when I was testing out this planner, I obviously did some things. So here's the dates that I was playing around with, and of course you only need to do them once. So in GoodNotes, you come down here. I'm actually going to also copy all the content because I've transferred that out of my iPhone. So I've copied that, and the great thing, you can go into your planner. I can just press and hold, paste, and then I just line up the numbers. See here? See how I'm just lining up the numbers? 1. I love it. Oh my gosh. I love GoodNotes. And so you can see just typing in what, if I get too close, it actually goes blurry. So you can sort of see what I've been doing, and like stickers, you can obviously use stickers in GoodNotes, and I just have a stickers tab here. And it's got all my stickers. So if I wanted the plant pot, there it is. And I mean, these are just extras, right? No, that looks better. You can do whatever you like, but I don't do a huge amount of stickers. I have some. I've obviously created some over the last few years and stuff, but I'm more like a functional planner. So you can see that this is a little star. I love it. What am I on? Select. It's sort of out of line, isn't it? Anyway, I like to just keep a track of what I've planted when, but also my goal has been to do a little bit in the garden each day, and so I'm keeping a track of that because it makes me feel good. It feels great. So again, once you've got I'm on select. Once you've got these dates, right, and before you put your content in, you just copy it. Go to harvests. And it's a similar calendar, it's exactly the same. Go to June, paste it, very easy. So you're only really doing it once for each month. So that's 12 times and then you're done. And then I wouldn't normally have any of this stuff in because I do it before. I've actually got my test planner that's got all my dates in, which I'll be transferring shortly. Harvest, I might keep the stars, because that's my precious little granddaughter. Our new favourite thing to do together is gardening. She's got seedlings at her place. I got seedlings at mine. She comes over when we did the carrots. And my daughter, we planted all the carrots together. Right. Okay. So you wouldn't normally have that text in. You would just do the numbers in the calendar, plant it over, set it up over in the harvests section, and then you're all done. All right, so that's June. I haven't set up harvest yet. I was waiting to do it with you guys, but I do. Let me just show you. I do want to use the little stars. These little stars down here. I do want to use those. They're so cute, and I like dot points. If you've watched any of my videos, I often will do an arrow, or I'll do a star, or I'll do a dot. So I love, it's not because it's the sticker, it's really because it just helps me focus and understand what's going on. All right, let's just get rid of all that. Okay, so that is the calendar. So let me just go back to the main index. So let's talk about submenus for a second. When you go into calendar and you go to January, all right, let's go to June because we've just put some text in there. You've got that. If you want to get around the same menu here, go back to June, is here. And so you can just go to the to buy tab and you can see it's coloured, which tells you you're on the page that is to buy. And then if we go to May, May is coloured and you can sort of see what was going on in May, and off we go. So it's May, June, July, August, September. I left the June and July blank because I was doing it with you guys on this video. November, December. So you can see that I've done really all the dates and I'm about to put them all in harvests. I just wanted to show you how to do it. So this is the sub menu, understanding the menus, and the sub menus are here. Then if we go to projects, these are all our sub menus, and when you go to one of those, you'll see again along here, you've got your brainstorm, you've got your index of all your projects, and then you've got your seasonal projects, right? So if we go to the index, oh, you know what I need? I need one of my projects that I really want to do, and I think I'm going to go thick, is a raised garden bed. I need to do 2 of them. Number 1, and just to save myself all of that, I'm just going to duplicate it. Raised garden bed number 2. Don't you love Scribble? I don't know if you know about, do you know about Scribble? You, instead of, I know we can double tap to get erase, but you can also scribble. And guess what it does now? Watch this. When I scribble out that, watch up here. I scribble it out, right? Oh, no, it's not. No, let me just change that. When you do erase now on the eraser, right, if I do that, it automatically puts it back on pen, which you would have to do every single time. So they've just saved an amazing amount of work. It's awesome. All right, so that is the project brainstorming page, and you can go to the index and you can have a look, see how great I've been doing all my tall pots. I didn't even put the first 5 in that I did. I've actually done now all my tall pots with 8 of them. I'm still researching the raised beds I want. French penny cuttings are nearly done, and I'm 2/3 of the way through the seed potatoes. All right, so that's, and then there's a seasonal projects list, which I've been playing around with this. I think I've actually got them on my garden goals. So these are on my garden goals here. And I like them better here. They make more sense for me than in my projects, which I feel like I go here less. So that's why. So I actually don't need any of that stuff. That's good. So this will be interesting. Again, new at using it. All right, so that's probably going to be part 1. And then we'll venture into how to set up our plants, have a look at harvests, and how we're doing our budget. And just so you know, so this will always take you to the layout page. This will always take you to the weather page so that you can check your climate if you need to do that. That will always take you home to the main page.